Listen, ladies, it's 2026. We should be generating income from our content, okay? The days of being on social media and not getting paid for it is over, okay? Every time you go live, every time you post pictures and stories, I want you to be building your business. I want you to be generating income. And if you're not, you're doing something wrong. But no worries, because we're gonna fix it, we're gonna get it right. It's 2026. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be monetizing your knowledge, okay? There's something that you know about, good morning, that you could be making money from today. But the problem is, you don't know how to stick to something. You're consistently giving up. You're telling yourself what you can't do and what's not gonna work. That's the problem. There is an idea that you have in your pretty head that would make you millions. But because you live in fear and because you live in self-doubt and because you lack confidence, you're not doing it. But it's 2026. That needs to change today. I also want you guys to understand this. Ladies, listen to me very closely. You only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. See, the problem is a lot of you guys think you need all these products. No, you just need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How the hell do I know that? Because it changed mine. I have been doing this for 6 years, started during COVID, okay? And when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I lost 100 pounds through exercise and eating right and changing my mindset. And so I took all that information that I learned on my weight loss journey and made an ebook and started teaching other people how to lose weight too. And I promoted it on YouTube, okay? So anything that you know how to do, you should be selling. You should be building your business. But again, that fear, thank you, Kim, that fear. On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You're so fearful of looking stupid, so you run away. You're so fearful of people talking about you, so you run away. You're so fearful of putting yourself out there and feeling disappointed, you run away. But it's 2026. Let's fix it. Let's finally build the business we deserve. Now, what I want to know on this live, good morning, who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck and they want to change it? If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live is tired of their own BS. They're tired of always starting and stopping. They're tired of giving up. They're tired of overthinking and procrastinating, and they want to change it. Go ahead and put me in the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to on this beautiful Friday. Happy 2026, ladies. We're here. We're alive. We're ready. If you're struggling with any of those things, go ahead and put me in the chat. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what the heck a digital product is. If you have no idea, or maybe you just know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning, happy Friday. My name is Coach Jazz. I'm going to be teaching you guys how we're going to build our ebook, how we're going to sell our ebook, how we're going to build our online business, and most importantly, how we're going to build ourselves. We're going to build ourselves, okay? Because there's things about you that are holding you back. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. If you even thought about being a business owner, that's because you can. If you ever thought about making content, starting a YouTube channel, that's because you can. Why the hell would God plant seeds in your head that you can't harvest? Thank you, Melissa. Why would he plant seeds that you can't harvest? We gotta fix what's going on in this head of ours so that we can finally reach our goals. It is 2026. We gotta get moving. Okay, so since I'm going to be giving you guys so much information this morning, it would be in your best interest to take notes. If I know anything about you, you're human and you're going to forget because life's and stresses. But if you take notes, good morning, if you write it down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. Ladies, the key word of this morning's live is execution. The key word of this morning's live is execution. We are going to execute, okay? We're not just going to write things down and put them in the journal and put them on the manifestation board and do nothing with it. No, we're going to learn and we're going to do it so that it actually works, all right? So make sure you're taking notes. One last thing before we get started. Good morning, TikTok family. The more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS. They're tired of overthinking and living in fear too. They want an online business. They want to build their dream life. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? So go ahead and double tap the screen, share, good morning, all of the things. So let's go ahead and get started. What the hell is a digital product and how will we build our business? Let's talk. A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. Thank you, ladies. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all out somewhere in the cloud, okay? Listen, you are going to create something to sell, ladies, and do not overthink. There is something that you already know how to do that you could be selling today, all right? I told you guys when I first started, 5-6 years ago, I lost weight, 100 pounds. And I took all that knowledge, how to exercise, how to eat right, and I put it in an ebook and was selling it on YouTube. So there's something you could be doing too. Maybe you're a really good parent. You can make an ebook teaching women how to be great parents. Maybe you're really good at hair. You could teach an ebook teaching people how to build their hair business. You must have a hair business if you're doing hair, right? Okay. So we're going to monetize it. And you can do an ebook. Good morning. You could do an e-course, a private community, whatever you want. There's no limits. The only limit is the limitation you put on yourself. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life, but you have to use them. Okay? You got to use them. So not only are you going to download them, you're going to use them. Okay, we're executing this morning. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And while I wait for some ones, let's do an affirmation real quick. Ooh, I have a positive impact on the world. I have a positive impact on the world. Look at that. What did I say? You're going to be selling something that you know, and you will be positively impacting the world. You guys would be surprised as to how many people you help just by showing up. Just by talking about your products. Positive impact on the world. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get into it. App number 1, write it down. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Good morning. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Write it down, write it down. You will be using this app for everything. Now, most of the time they do have a free trial. I've seen them do like 3 months for free. So if you don't already have an account, 9 times out of 10, they probably have a promotion. Use it. After that, I think it's $14.99 a month, but it's worth it, y'all. It is worth it. It's worth it. Don't sit here talking about you ain't got $14.99. Yes, you do, because you went to Chick-fil-A. You got $14.99. Stop playing. You will use Canva for everything, okay? So maybe you want to make videos, you want to post content. Canva has thousands of video templates for you to make everything branded and pretty and all of the things. Maybe you want to start a YouTube. I tell you guys, every morning start your YouTube channel. Maybe today you're going to listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates, okay? The thumbnails are the pictures before you actually click on the video. That's what entices people to click on the video, okay? And it's real easy to use. You just drag and drop. So easy a cave woman could do it, okay? Or maybe you want to sell an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you how to make, and you want to make it look all professional. You want to put your logo on it and all of the things. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there, okay? You just got to use it. You just got to use it, all right? Now, before we get into app number 2, let me talk to my ladies on here who still live in fear, okay? You're still used to living in fear. You don't even realize you're living in fear. You're welcome. For the ladies on here who think they're too old to start their business. For the ladies on here who think it's too late for them to start their business. And for the ladies on here who think they're not tech savvy enough to start their business. I'm talking to you. Number 1, you woke up this morning, ma'am. That's a blessing. Every single day that we wake up, we are blessed with another opportunity to work towards our dreams. So use it. until you are 6 feet under. It's never too late. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. You use technology all day. You are on your phone all day long, scrolling through social media, commenting, liking, sharing, all of the things. That takes tech savviness. So you will use that same tech savviness that you already have and build your business. And last but not least, number 3, thank you. For those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I say? You can be selling your knowledge. Well, since you're older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. So you have a lot of things you could be selling. Are we clear? Very good. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Listen, on this live, we don't do excuses. Take them excuses somewhere else. On this live, we are solution-based, okay? We are solution-based. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, good morning. It's Friday, right? Yes, it is Friday. Good morning, good morning. App number 2, make sure you guys are taking notes. Also, too, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, y'all. And they make fake accounts. And they're gonna turn around and message you. All right, so please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled out here, y'all. They coming for you. App number 2, write it down. Chat GPT, write this down. Thank you, Miss Gar. Write it down, write it down. Good old chat. Thank you, Trinity. Write it down. So this is AI, ladies. This is AI. And AI is about to be your best friend forever. Y'all gonna be locked in like this, okay? Because you're gonna be using Chat GPT for everything. You want to create content, but you're not too sure what type of videos to make. Ask Chat, he'll tell you. You want to start a YouTube channel, but you're not too sure what to say in the videos. Maybe you're a little camera shy. Chat GPT will script your YouTube video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words, and you can be faceless. Maybe you want to sell an ebook, but you're not too sure what to put in the ebook. What if I told you Chat will literally write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end? Now all you have to do is say the words. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business, okay? So I gave you Canva, I gave you Chat. We're gonna put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. Thank you, thank you. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not taking notes, ladies, you are doing yourself a disservice. Remember, the keyword of this live is execution. How can we execute if you don't even know what you're doing? You can't. You're gonna forget. You already know you're finna forget. You probably remember what my name is. My name is Coach Jazz, okay? So please take notes, please, all right? Y'all ready? Prompt number 1. You're gonna open up Chat and you're gonna put in there, here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Coach Jazz, can you repeat prompt number? No, because you should have asked for it to be repeated now. Okay, so if you got that, put got that in the chat. While I wait for some got that's, let's do an affirmation. Ooh, I trust myself to navigate through this. I trust myself to navigate through this. Yes, ma'am. You can do anything you want to do, ladies. Anything. But you're going to have to stop getting in your own way to get it done. But you can do it. You can do it. All right, very good. Y'all got that. Okay, oh yes, I can repeat. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Okay, now you're gonna hit enter. Before we move on to prompt number 2, I need you to write this word down. Write it down. Then I need you to underline it. Then I need you to circle it 50 times. Ladies, we have got to lock in on what the word consistent means. This says consistent. And a lot of you guys are confused on the definition. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when I feel like it, if I have time, once every 6 months when it's 73 degrees outside and raining and snowing at the same time. No, that's not what consistent means. Consistent means more often than not. Ladies, if you really want to reach your goals, you are gonna have to be consistent. There's no other way around it. Just like you have a goal of getting a paycheck at the end of the pay period, don't you have to consistently go to work to get that? It's gonna be the same play in business with reaching goals, becoming your dream self, building your dream life. You have to be consistent. There's no way around it. So if there are 7 days in a week, that means you need to be working towards your goals at least 4 out of the 7. So if your goal is to build a business, create content, then you need to be working on your business at least 4 out of the 7 days a week. That is how we're consistent. That is how we get results. So let's make this easy, because life can be hard enough, right? Okay, let's make it easy. Ladies, it is so much easier to be consistent when you choose something off the list that chat gave you that you truly have a passion for, okay? I can't make this up. When things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because you enjoy it. You're having fun. You start looking forward to it every day. So do yourself a favor and pick something off of the list that you truly enjoy so that you can easily be consistent and get the results you want. For my ladies on here who have lost weight, I have lost 100 pounds. Isn't it so much easier to eat healthy when we choose healthy foods that we actually like? Yes. And then you actually lose the weight. Isn't it so much easier to be consistent with exercising when you do exercise activities that you actually like? Yes, because now you're having fun. Same thing with business, ladies, okay? So if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more and keep asking for ideas until it gives you an idea that you want to use, all right? Also write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, if you're anything like how I used to be, especially as women, we have a tendency to spread ourselves too thin. You are giving your energy to any and everybody. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link, whoever. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your parents. You're giving all of your energy to your job. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. And by the time you sit down to work on something for you, you ain't got no damn energy left. You are exhausted, drained, and frustrated. Why? Because you keep giving it to everybody else. In 2026, we're going to reel that on in. Everybody not getting your energy. You are not a bad wife because you want to put yourself first for once. You are not a bad mother because you want to work on your goals. You are not a bad daughter because you tell your parents no. And you are not a bad friend because you want to lock in this year. You are human. I need you to start telling people no. I need you to start setting boundaries. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. You do not need to give explanations. No, you're not loaning out no more money. No, you're not giving people rides who are grown and able to get their own damn car. No, they cannot stay with you. The answer is no. The time that you're spending helping other people, you could be spending helping yourself. Money flows where energy goes. So I need you to start giving your energy back to you, especially if we're talking about grown-ass adults. All right. Prompt number 2. Once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you'll write this in there. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, ladies, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. And while I wait for some got that's, let's do an affirmation. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Ladies, I can't make that up. I can't make that up. Start showing love to yourself. How do we do that? Prioritize your sleep, get your steps in, eat healthy, do things that make you happy, get away from toxic ass people, journal, self-reflect. Okay. Very good, Kelly. Thank you. Y'all got that? Going once, going twice. All right, great. You're going to hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote it for you. Happy New Year. Now, all you have to do is copy and paste, okay? You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. So open up the Canva app. In the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Pick your favorite one. They're all 1000% customizable. You can swap out colors, pictures, all of the things. You will copy what chat gave and paste it. Ladies, please do not overthink. Write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym. It stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple. Do not overthink. All you need to do is make sure it looks clean, simple, legible. That's it. Stop overthinking. It gets you nowhere. When you are done copying and pasting, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF file. You will then upload the file to your hosting site. Y'all better write these down. Yes, keep it simple, sister. Let's go. Write these down, ladies. Stand store. Etsy. Beacons. Gumroad. And Shopify. Stand store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are hosting sites. You only need one. These are the most popular ones, okay? Yes, there's thousands more out there. Just these are the most popular ones, okay? Y'all got all of this before we move forward. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to create your ebook. We're gonna talk about how to sell it, but most importantly, we're gonna talk about building up our confidence so we can actually get it done. I don't believe there's anything that you can't do. Let's just be clear. But the things you have going on in this head of yours is what's holding you back. The excuses, the procrastination, the negative self-talk, all the things, the lack of boundaries, it's all holding you back. We got to fix it so you can finally become the woman who actually follows through. It's 2026. Stop giving up on yourself. Those days are played out. Okay? All right. So these are hosting sites. Now, let me tell you this. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Now, I have been running my online business for almost 6 years. I started during COVID, and I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. You're welcome. One of the biggest lessons I learned in life and entrepreneurship, ladies, in 2026, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We have got to start putting ourselves on a budget and sticking with it. Because let me tell you this, problems do not get better until you fix it. Problems always get worse. How do I know that? Well, I lived paycheck to paycheck when I had my 9 to 5. And I assumed that if I made more money, that would just magically go away. Nope, it got worse. The reason why I was always living paycheck to paycheck was because I had no damn discipline when it came to money. I never put myself on a budget. Whatever Jasmine wanted, Jasmine bought. And I carried that crap from my 9 to 5 mindset to my entrepreneurial mindset and still was broke month after month, overdrawn, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month because I don't know how to put myself on a budget and learn financial literacy. I had to fix it. So I am telling you now from experience, for those of you guys who do not budget your money, you just spend however you want, we have to fix it because that habit will continue into your business even when you're making hundreds of thousands because you haven't learned discipline. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because these hosting sites have fees. There's gonna be fees involved, ladies, but don't sit here and say you can't afford it because you be at Chipotle every day. Canva's gonna cost you $14.99. You might wanna use CapCut, that's $19.99. There's gonna be some fees, but that's okay because we're gonna put ourselves on a budget and figure out what we can remove and what we can add so we can build our business. And these hosting sites are no different. Now, I use Stan. I love Stan. Stan is great. But Stan is $99 a month. That is ridiculously high if you are not making $99 a month. If you are brand new to all of this, which we all were at some point in time, everybody had a day one. Everybody had days with no sales. There's no shame, but this is just where you are right now. If you're brand new to all of this, then instead of going to Stan, you're gonna start on Gumroad, Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale, okay? So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. Now, what I know is this, you're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and most importantly, you're gonna execute what the hell we're talking about. And so when you do start making money, then transfer everything to Stan. Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on. People today love payment plans. Buy now, pay later, it's taken over. They are replacing credit cards. If you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, like Afterpay, Klarna, what else they got? Affirm, Sezzle, QuadPay. I think PayPal has 4 free interest. You get the point. If you have buy now, pay laters on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad because you don't pay until you make a sale. You will grow your business and then you will carry everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? Thank you. You said you really made my morning and piqued my interest. Very good. Let's go. So what we just did was we took Canva and we took chat and we put it together and made the ebook. Now we have to sell it. We got to sell it. And ladies, I'm going to be honest. Sales is 80% of the business. 80%. That's more than half. So we got to get this right. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. but I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And I don't care how old you are. I don't give a damn. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. What you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into a pre-made Canva template. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem and we have to fix it today. One problem that you might be experiencing with, I used to be the exact same way, you wanna be a perfectionist. Everything about you just has to be perfect. Perfect angles, perfect lighting, perfect aesthetics, perfect idea, perfect everything. You are the woman who will waste 6 months of her life that she never gets back just to overthink and have OCD on your brilliant idea. What did I tell you? If you even thought the thought, had the seed planted in your head, that's because you can. But you still want to overthink all of that. Then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back, overthink, overanalyze, and get frustrated, overwhelmed, and give up. And then let 3 more months go by doing absolutely nothing. And then when you decide to get started yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And it's crazy because the people that you're asking, they don't even have a business. These aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what they think. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen. You care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit. Child. I've wasted a lot of years living like that. Let me explain something to you. I'm gonna hold your hand. You are not perfect. No, you're not. But that's okay. I am not perfect either. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. You're living in fear. And what do we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You have $1 million ideas in your head, but you're so fearful of putting yourself out there and looking stupid. You're so fearful of trying something new and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of failure. And you let all of this fear hold you back, steal your dreams from you for years. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we have all this fear and these excuses is because that is forms of self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. This is self-sabotage. This is why I said there's things about you that have to change. I didn't say there's things about your environment. I didn't say there was things about your family. I didn't say there was things about your job or your friends. I said there's things about you that have to change. You are the problem. You are holding yourself back. It's self-sabotage. It's not marriage sabotage. It's not relational sabotage. It's self. It's self-inflicted. You are doing it to yourself. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because it's our way of trying to protect ourselves from disappointment. Your ego is so damn fragile that you can't even handle the feeling of disappointment, doing something new, putting yourself out there, and not getting the results that you want. But check this, not getting the results that you want in the time frame in which you felt entitled to them. See, the results will always come. As long as you execute, you always get the results you want. You might just have to wait a little bit, but it always comes. If you consistently eat less food and consistently get your steps in, won't you eventually lose weight? Yes. If you consistently go to class and consistently read the material and consistently do the work, won't you eventually get your degree? Yes. If you consistently put in a job application and consistently go to interviews, won't you eventually get a job? Yes. So why would business be any different? If you consistently show up and consistently do the work, you will eventually get the results that you want, whether that's 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever. But you have set a time frame on it. And if it doesn't happen in 30 days, then you failed. And you don't want to feel disappointed. But look at this. You already said earlier that you hate your job. You already said that you are tired of working and living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of always starting and stopping. You said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself. On this live, I'm trying to help you fix it. But every day that you continue like that, you are still living in disappointment because there are things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. So let's fix it. But we can't fix it if you don't do it. How can we bring more income into the household so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck if you don't have a business making sales? You can't, but we can't make sales if you don't have anything to sell. How can customers give you their money if you don't have a product or a service to give them in return? They can't. So you have to launch. How can we build our confidence and become our dream version when we're constantly giving up on ourselves? We can't. So we have to stop that. We have to fix it. So I need you to understand and understand that it will never be perfect. I don't care if you spend a lifetime on it. It still won't be perfect. So stop wasting time and just launch. It will get better along the way. All of your favorite businesses that you shop with today have gotten better along the way. Why would you be any different? Look at Netflix. Believe it or not, before COVID, they didn't have a fancy app. They weren't doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They definitely didn't have their own movies and TV series, originals, winning Oscars, by the way. And they ain't have no pay-per-view. Before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, Netflix.com. And you used to have to make a list of all the movies and shows you wanted to see. But these were things that were once in theaters or on TV. They would mail you a DVD. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And then when you were done with it and ready for the next movie, you had to mail that DVD back. They didn't wait to have all the funding. They worked with what they had. And they got better along the way. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some freaking words is because you're distracted as fuck. See, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm going to tell you about yourself. But the truth will set you free. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off, like the weekend, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and building your confidence, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself and building some discipline, but you choose not to. You would rather scroll social media all night long, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place, get ready, is because we're trying to escape. That is escapism. That's what that is. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing what you're trying to escape, you run from it. But let's take a new path, because that path doesn't work. So let's do something new in 2026. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we no longer feel the need to distract ourselves from? So this is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow. It's 2026, today. You are gonna turn the TV off. You're gonna put the phone on Do Not Disturb. You're gonna sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're gonna sit down in your house and you're going to start your ebook and finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know you're not coming back. You never do. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, there's no point in even talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Happy Friday. It's 2026. We're here. We're ready, okay? If y'all say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, share the live. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. Thank you, Kelly. Very good. So we talked about creating the ebook. Now we have to sell it. And I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. So we got to get this right. You don't have a choice. But I need to be honest. Most people fail at sales. Most people fail. But not for the reason that you think. So before you run away, no. It's not because sales is so hard. I know that's what you were thinking. No, sales is not hard. Sales is actually very easy. But people's mindset in regards to sales is what makes sales so hard for them. And that's why they give up and quit and fail. People say things like, well, I'm not a salesperson. What if I'm annoying? What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. So before we can learn sales, we have to fix our mindset when it comes to sales. Number 1, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem and you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So stop thinking that. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently. Because people today, they're gonna forget. Ladies, people are living their own lives. They got their own problems. They're not checking for you. People are being fed content all day and all night long. They're going to forget. You have to consistently remind people so they can even begin to remember. Why do you think I'm telling you to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're gonna forget. You're human. You're not gonna remember everything I said. That's damn near impossible. So write it down. Why do you think I keep telling you guys the key word of this live is execution? You have heard me use that word at least 10 times by now. Why do I keep saying it? So it sticks, so that you remember that you have to execute. Ladies, you have to constantly remind people that you exist. That's the only way they're gonna remember. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. And most of us are Prime members. Even though we already know who they are, they still remind you consistently who they are. How? You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing those Amazon trucks on the road. they could have painted them trucks any color. They didn't have to make them blue. They didn't have to put their logo on it. But they did for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorstep. They didn't have to put anything on those boxes. They could have left the cardboard boxes blank, but they put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see an Amazon package, you think Amazon. You think they're worried about being annoying? No, they know you're not going nowhere. They know you're not going to unsubscribe from Prime. Girl, please. You know damn well you love that 2-day, 1-day, same day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. I'm everywhere. How is it that I'm able to show up every single day and talk to people about Glow Up Academy without worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying? Without people worrying about me thinking I'm begging them for money or unfollowing me? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become confident and follow through with the things that they say they're going to do. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to set boundaries, become their dream version, and finally follow through while living in their purpose, monetizing their content. I teach them all that inside of Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about who unfollows. If they unfollow, okay. They'll come back when they're ready. They just weren't ready. And since I have that energy with my products and services, I sell. And I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell. And they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. You don't have a choice. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And while we're here, let's address the elephant in the room real quick. A lot of you guys want to start online businesses, but you're so afraid of failure. And that word failure has you in a chokehold. But the reason why you're so afraid of failure is because you don't even understand what the word failure means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. A lot of y'all think failure is you launch your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. A lot of y'all think that if you create your first TikTok reel and you don't get 10,000 views in 10 minutes, then you failed. And a lot of y'all really believe that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire by the end of the month, then you failed. But that's not failure. See, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. I quit. I am officially done. Then you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, just a little bit, I'm not even asking for a lot, just do something today that you didn't do yesterday, that's not failure. So maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm and you overslept. How about today you just get up when the alarm goes off? Maybe yesterday you were full of excuses. How about today you don't have any? Maybe yesterday you didn't eat healthy, you didn't move your body. How about today you take 5K steps? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you actually do it? As long as you commit to doing something a little bit better day by day, you will get better. And that's not failure because you're still showing up. You're still committed. You're still trying. The results always come eventually. This is no different. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, you didn't fail. And now you have nothing to worry about. All right. Glad we discussed that. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king and distribution is queen. Content is king, distribution is queen. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Exactly. All right, content is king. Let's start here. So the way we're going to tell people about our products and services is through our content. So your reels, your story posts, your pictures, when you go live, this is all content, okay? Your long form YouTube videos, for those of y'all who get on YouTube. This is how we get the word out, through the content. Well, I told you we have to be consistent because people are going to forget. So we have to be consistently posting content to remind them about our products and services. Okay? That's why content is king. And what did we say consistent meant? More often than not. So a bare minimum of 4 days out of 7. But we're also working on just getting a little bit better every single day, right? So maybe right now you don't post anything. Okay, well, let's get better. How about for the next week, you just record 10-second videos. Don't post them, just record them. So you can get comfortable with being on camera. Then, once you get comfortable being on camera, let's commit to recording a 30-second video and posting it. Then let's commit to just posting 1 time for the next 4 weeks. And then we'll up it to 2, and then 3, and the next thing you know, you will be posting consistently. Distribution is queen. Not only do we need you posting consistently, we also need you to be building a bare minimum of 3 platforms. Why 3? Well, because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. You put all your eggs in a TikTok basket, and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year. What would you do? You'd be freaking out, like all of the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. And no, it is not hard to post on 3 platforms. The same exact video you put on TikTok or throw it on YouTube, Instagram, wherever. It takes extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Get out your head. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. You got options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you like the app, so start there. If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube, and then just add 2 more. Now, let me give you some words of wisdom in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. It is not TikTok. YouTube has replaced cable TV. People are watching YouTube than anywhere. So it would be in your best interest to start a YouTube channel. I always tell my students to start a YouTube channel. Just be consistent, keep going. You can thank me later. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to talk to the woman who's overthinking right now. We ain't even really got started. And you're already trying to let fear take over. You're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, Jazz, this sounds great and all, but honestly, I don't know if I can do this. You want me to post consistently? You want me to make an ebook in under 2 hours? You want me to build 3 platforms? I don't know, Jazz. This sounds really hard. Okay. Well, before you run away and let fear take over like you always do, let's take a new path. It's 2026. Listen, what I know I can't do is convince you. I don't have the power to convince you of shit, so I'm not even gonna try. If you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, I'm gonna let you think it. If you want to believe that copying some words that AI wrote for you and pasting it into Canva is so daggone hard, I'm gonna let you think it. It's hard. If you think posting on multiple platforms that you bounce around from all day anyways is so hard, that I'm gonna let you think it. You wanna call it hard? Fine. All of this is just so hard. Happy? Cool. But just remember this. The life that you live right now is hard. Going to a job that you hate is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Never having enough confidence to try to reach your dream is hard. And you live like that every day. Failing to realize that that's fear. That's just fear. And fear will do that. Fear will convince you that you can't do shit. And you let it, year after year. There have been so many things that you've wanted to do and you allowed fear to tell you no. And you know what's even crazier? I've noticed as women, we have a toxic tendency to never give ourselves credit where credit is due. We have all gone through some very challenging things in life. And in those moments, you didn't think you would overcome it. Maybe you lost someone very close to you. Maybe you went through a horrible breakup. Maybe you lost your job. Something happened. And you didn't think you would make it through that. And you did. You're still standing today. And despite getting through all of that, you're here today trying to convince yourself that you can't record a 30-second TikTok video? Really? You're trying to convince yourself that you can't upload a video from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram in under 5 minutes? Really? That's fear. Some of y'all are damn near superwoman. And nobody could even walk an inch in your shoes. And despite everything that you do, you don't even think you can do this. I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you, still showing up, trying to build their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, still showing up, trying to build their business. There are people on these apps who have serious disabilities, can't walk, damn near living in a hospital room because they're always sick. And despite everything on their shoulders, they're still showing up, trying to reach their goals. There are people on these apps who have lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite all that, They're still showing up, posting their content, trying to build their brand. Now let's be real, some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all, okay, maybe, and I'm gonna give you grace. Some of y'all sitting there pretty. Ain't y'all blessed as hell. Ain't even going through half of that right now. And still trying to say you can't do this. And that's the problem. You have no confidence in yourself. Your confidence is -50. Have no self-belief, no self-trust, no self-nothing. Just a whole bunch of self-sabotage. My online business changed my whole life. I've been doing this since COVID, almost 6 years. Been full-time. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills no more. I now have freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. But before all this, before COVID, I lived a very different life. I used to be miserable. I used to be so depressed, so anxious, no confidence whatsoever. I used to work a 9 to 5. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year bachelor's degree, graduate and get a good job with benefits and stability, work for 20, 30 years, and live the American dream. Buy a house, get married, have kids, and they're leaving out the part where you're gonna be broke as hell, living paycheck to paycheck, then you're gonna get old as hell, and you're not gonna be able to do anything, so you're gonna have to retire, and you'll still be too broke to do anything with the rest of your life, and then you can die. I said, okay, let's do it. Everybody's going off to college. My mom is telling me to go to college. My friends are going to college. I guess it's time to go to college. So that's what I did. I went and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my first full-time job with benefits. They offered me $60,000 a year. I was 23 years old. That's the most money I had ever made in my whole life. I thought I was about to be rich. I thought I was about to live this American dream. I was so excited. So I moved out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. I went and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, but it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no touchscreen on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life, right? Yeah. So I went and got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Couldn't tell me shit in my Charger, okay? That car payment was $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, you guys, I was broke. Broke as hell. Every syllable of the word broke. Broke, busted, and disgusted. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back for student loans. Everybody has student loans, right? Yes, but they're not playing. They want their money back. They're gonna give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They're not gonna call or send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they're sending letters because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I'm like, what? All right. Yes, that's the price. It's not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay them student loans, which was every month because I genuinely couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some freaking student loans. My credit dropped 520. So there goes my American dream house bullshit. I had another problem. I hated my job. You guys, college didn't prepare me for the war zone in corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, at 23, I was very sheltered, okay? I didn't know too much. I was pretty naive and gullible back then, okay? Just don't judge me, just listen. I didn't know that people in corporate America were fake. I had no clue. See, when I came in for the interview, they said they were all one big happy work family. That's what they told me. Everybody just gets along and we just all care about each other. So I really believed that. I didn't realize that people will smile in your face, they'll kiki and kaka with you in the break room, but they don't like you. They'll invite you out to happy hour off the clock. They'll even invite you to their house. They'll even text you and act like they're your friend, but they don't like you. They'll invite you to their weddings and their baby showers with their family, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks in the break room where we all bring a dish and sing kumbaya, but they don't like you. They'll do secret Santas, they'll do birthday buddies, but they don't like you. And best believe, the minute they get mad that you get a promotion and they don't, oh, best believe everything you said is gonna end up in your manager's email. I was miserable. I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. I tried to get out. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get me a new job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke, really low credit, and miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my entire life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. But I'm gonna give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You could try to have a positive mindset all day, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You can try to pray to God and get him to help you, but it really begins to feel like he's ignoring you because he's not fixing it, because you're still miserable. You could try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can get extra savings so you can finally catch up on some bills and get some breathing room. But just when you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because you have too many parking tickets that you can't afford to pay. It's always something. And your life really starts to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's trapped. And I felt trapped for years. I was miserable. You know, I used to cry in my car every day before I clocked in, just begging God, please don't let them mess with me today. I just want to come in here and do my job and get out. You know, I had anxiety. I never had anxiety before. I grew up pretty happy. I had freaking anxiety in my stomach. I had butterflies that I couldn't get rid of. I used to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? Because the work environment is so damn toxic, you can't even escape. You can't even escape from it in your head. You bring these people home with you. You are off the clock, but you're still replaying conversations from work. I didn't know how else to deal with it. I became depressed. I couldn't sleep anymore. I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week so I could calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled into every day. I became an alcoholic. And the reason why I'm even telling you this story today is because if any of my story resonates with you, then you are already doing something hard. You guys, going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with your life right now is hard. The reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing as shit. But now I get to get up every single day doing what I love. For the longest time, I didn't believe I had anything special about me. I thought God just left me out in the talent department. But He made me for a very special reason. And I get to live it every day. He made you for a very special reason too. He doesn't leave anybody out. There is something that you are very, very talented in. There's purpose for your life, and you should monetize it. There are people on these apps. You see it for yourself. I don't have to convince you. Doing the darndest things, making millions. How many times have you scrolled on your For You page and you're like, now how the hell? And they're making millions of dollars. And you're like, people watch this? Yes. Yes. So if I can do it, if students in Glow Up Academy can do it, if thousands of other creators can do it, why can't you? Oh, I forgot. Because you live in fear. And year after year, you allow fear to steal your dreams from you. Year after year, you allow fear to steal your happiness from you. And I want to say one more thing before I move forward, because I need to make sure this really hits home with you. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more a day, like how I did, I literally work 9 to 5. I hope you realize you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves you. You realize that, right? Because I literally worked 9 to 5, I was stuck in rush hour traffic. What should have been a 20-minute drive to work was over an hour. And over an hour there, over an hour back because I'm in traffic. Plus 8 hours out the day, your 1 hour lunch break, that's freaking 11 hours out of your day gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You're defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everybody to bed and do it all over again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you have to do what you want. Sunday, not so much, because you have to what? Prepare for the work week. Yeah, so you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God that I serve, who loves me, did not put me on this earth to be miserable and crying and hating life every day. Why would someone make me, who loves me so much, to do that? Why would he want me to feel like there's nothing special about me? Why would he make me for that? He didn't. He made me for a very special reason. And he allowed me the opportunity to find it. And now I live it. He made you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than paying bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something very special about you too, but the problem is you don't think so. And what really sucks is the fact that life has a tendency to just break us down. And somewhere on your path, you lose your freaking light. And here you are today thinking you don't have anything special about you. Maybe you were in a toxic relationship. Maybe you had toxic friends, toxic family, toxic something. And someone told you that you can't and that you're not good enough. And you bought in. And you let them steal your light, your joy, your belief in self. But I am here to tell you, you can have anything you want. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God doesn't plant seeds in your head if he doesn't believe you can harvest them. And people always want to say, oh, I trust God. Do you? Do you? Because how many ideas, how many seeds have been planted that you haven't listened to? How many ideas have you had that you didn't try? You can do this. You can do this. All right. Sales tip number 2. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build our online business. So we already made the ebook. Now we're talking about selling it. We're also building belief in self, confidence, all the things you need in order to get the business done. If you're the woman who is constantly starting and stopping on her goals and giving up by January 12th, that's because you don't have confidence in yourself. You got things going on in this pretty head of yours that's holding you back. We got to fix it. Sales tip number 2. People, make sure y'all taking notes. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So, if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. Okay, so how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, we have to be relatable and we have to be authentic. The content that we create is what's going to build our community. That's how people are going to find us. They're going to be able to relate to our stories and the things that we're talking about, and then that's how our community starts to get built. But people can only connect with people that they relate to. And the problem is, you're trying to be perfect, failing to realize that nobody is perfect, so it's impossible for people to even be able to relate to you. I need you to be yourself. And I know that can be hard. It was very hard for me when I first started because I was so used to being what everybody wanted me to be. I was so used to people pleasing, I didn't even know who I was. So I need you to figure out who you are, if you don't already know, and be yourself. And I want you to be able to share things with your audience that you have gone through. This is how you're able to relate to people and connect with so many people. And for those of y'all who want to live in fear and say, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. And I used to be fearful of that too before I started posting. You guys, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You become international. I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm just telling you that so you realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. You guys, there's a whole world out there who needs you. You have a solution to so many people's problems, but you won't get out your head. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then you guys wouldn't be on this live receiving this message. I have students inside Globe Academy from all over the world, from the UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, Canada. I had a woman join the other day, she's in France. My content was able to reach people all over. I need you to stop letting fear steal your dreams from you. Because there's a whole world of people out here who need you. There's something that you can be helping them with, but you're depriving them of that because you won't get out your head. So please post the content. No more overthinking, not in 2026. Now we said people only buy people that we like, know, and trust. Okay, well, how do we get people to know us? Okay, I need you to go live. And yes, you can still go live and be faceless. On this live, you don't get excuses. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect, engage, and interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of you are gonna say, that's great, Jazz, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. I told you, I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. So if you don't wanna go live, don't. But let me just remind you of this. You said you didn't wanna go to work. You said you wanted to make more money. You see for yourself, creators on live, all day, all night, especially on TikTok. Selling, selling, selling. I don't care what time of the day or night you go live, just go live. I promise you this, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just live shy. Okay. What if I told you that's normal? That just means you're a human being. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience doing it. Maybe you did it 6 months ago once, but you haven't done it since. You're not consistent with it. Ladies, the more you do something, the better it gets, okay? We've been on this live for 83 minutes. And if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Things that you do over and over and over again get better and better and better. Ladies, you didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. So just imagine if you consistently went live. Oh. All right. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? There's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or if you're living under a rock, ladies, but most people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. You don't have a choice. So that posting once every 2 years is not going to work anymore because it never did. You have to be consistent. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. Those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what we have to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And ain't nothing that nobody can teach you that you don't already know. Fine. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you think you know everything, keep living that way. Just know ego and pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of you guys who can be teachable, you recognize there's always room for growth and improvement, I'm talking to you. What I want you to do is go to your profile, and we're going to ask ourselves some questions here. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Never forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, and you have to be honest, ladies. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then there should be no more confusion as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because, believe it or not, you have the power to fix it. That's the beauty of life, ladies. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty with everything that we've talked about. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you can fix it. You can change it. But you just choose not to. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it. Make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Go live consistently and you will not be live shy for long. Fix it. If you are struggling with low confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Keep the freaking promises that you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you're going to do X, Y, Z, then that means you need to do it. Be a woman of your word. And the more you do that over and over and over again, the more you have confidence. But you choose not to. Instead, you would rather live in a trapped mindset. And you've been living in a trapped mindset for so long, you don't even realize that you have one. I used to have a trapped mindset too. I really believed I was trapped at that job that I hated. I really believed that. Failing to realize I could have quit. I could have went down in pay. I could have got a job at like Target or something. I chose not to. I wanted a job that was making what I was making. I could have quit and got maybe 2 part-time jobs to make ends meet. I chose not to. I chose to sit in my misery. I chose to complain and vent and make excuses and procrastinate. I chose to do all the things except the one thing that would have changed my life, leaving. You're going to have to change. You are going to have to fix what's not going right in your life. And a lot of y'all believe that you can't fix it because you just don't have enough information. You think that if you just gather more information, if you just watch more lives, if you just watch more YouTube videos and it all makes sense, you can finally fix whatever's going wrong. Failing to realize lack of information is not your problem. Because see, you have information fed to you all damn day because you're on social media all day. And when you get off of social media, you go watch the news. You are bombarded with information all day. You have all the information you need. You lack implementation. Meaning, you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution. You are the woman who constantly talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who constantly complains and vents and procrastinates and talks about what's not fair. You don't just do it. You are the woman who constantly gives up on herself year after year. You are gonna have to change. You are gonna have to execute. There are things in your life that you know you want. And the only person getting in your own way is you. It's you. And the version of you, who you are today, is not aligned with the version that you want to become. See, she's already within you. Your dream version who's showing up confidently, posting her content, respecting herself, having discipline and standards, and who's really just following through, that version, she's already within you. But she's buried under the fear and the procrastination, the negative self-talk, and all the other crap that you do. 2026 is the year to unleash her, but she won't be unleashed if you don't change. And then you believe you have all this time to make changes. So that's why you always procrastinate, because you think you have all this time in the world, failing to realize time is not guaranteed. Who told you you'll be here 5 years from now? Who told you that? But instead of you living every day to the fullest, you choose to waste it. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, it's already 7:26 a.m.? Wow, it's already January 2nd, 2026? Wow, I'm already 35 years old? How many times a day do you do that? All day. You do it all day. So you already know how fast time is moving. I don't have to convince you of that. You see that for yourself. And you still choose to waste time. And my question still remains, how much longer are we going to do that, ladies? Because you already know where that path takes you. Nowhere. You still don't have that business. You're still not making sales. You're still not posting content. You still don't have any confidence. You still don't set boundaries for your life. You still don't command respect from people around you. How much longer are we gonna live like that? You're gonna have to change. One of the toughest pills I had to swallow in my own journey. This is tough, so be ready. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. Yeah. For those of you guys who are struggling, maybe you find yourself crying a lot because you're unhappy with life right now. What if I told you every day you get a choice? You get a choice to dry your eyes, wipe your tears, and get up. And just do something that brings you joy. But you choose not to. You choose to replay the past. You choose to not set yourself free. I've been there. but that's still a reflection of the choices you make. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. For years, my whole life, I lived paycheck to paycheck. My whole life. I grew up in a single parent household. Then when I got my first full-time job, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And I thought that once I made more money, that would stop. It didn't stop because I didn't fix it. I made more money and had more problems because I never put myself on a budget. I had horrible spending habits, and I was going to continue to have that happen month after month until I decided to fix it. I had to learn financial literacy. I had to fix it. So my finances and how broke I was a direct reflection of the choices I was making every day. Your finances are a reflection of the choices you make. Some of y'all may be like, Jazz, no, it's not. Times are really hard out here. A carton of eggs is $15. How can I get ahead in this economy? It's still your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Times have been hard, ladies. This did not happen last night. Food prices and rent prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Your community is the people who buy from you. But every day you choose not to. You choose to complain, you choose to vent, you choose to throw pity parties, you choose to feel sorry for yourself, you choose to distract yourself, you choose to do all of the things except the one thing that would change your entire life and generations to come. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because you already see where it gets you. Nowhere. It has gotten you nowhere. You're gonna have to change, ladies. You don't have a choice. And listen, the version of me that y'all see today is a reflection of the changes I've made in my own life. I'm not perfect. I had to change. You know I lost 100 pounds? Kept it off for almost 3 years now. Yeah. I'm vegan. Been vegan for 3 years. I used to make excuses. I used to have an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate too. Yeah. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll start later. And later never came. I had no self-respect. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. You know, I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How could I run a successful business when I keep talking to myself like that, calling myself stupid and dumb? I couldn't. That had to change. I was my biggest bully, telling myself I'm not good enough. What the hell is wrong with you, Jazz? You should have did better. I used to be disgusting towards myself. I know some of y'all can relate to that. The things that you say to yourself is absolutely ridiculous. Then you try to cover it up as a joke. People will say things out loud like, I'm so stupid, and try to make it jokingly. That's not jokingly. That's not funny. You're not stupid. That has to change. If your inner world is chaotic, I can guarantee your outer world is chaotic too. Your internal world reflects your external world, always. So if you got chaos going in here, I know you got chaos in your life. That has to change. You can't talk to yourself like that anymore. Absolutely not. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own life was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit, the alcohol problem would go away. No, it actually got worse. See, at least when I was working, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours, so I had to work. Well, I quit my job during COVID. Everything was shut down. I had nothing but time to distract. So I was always drunk. Ladies, your problems never go away until you fix it. They always get worse. They get worse. See, I quit my job on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house not even a year before I quit. 6 months into the house, I quit. I was ready to go. I had been there for 6 years. Couldn't take it no more. And I had been begging God for a business. And during COVID, he told me to quit. So I quit. Put in my 2 weeks, I was gone. So now I'm at home trying to build my business. And my plan was to live off the stimulus for a few months. And then my business could take over from there. Now, granted, I don't have any kids, so it's not like I was sitting on all the stimulus money. I had about $2,000. That was it. But I was like, okay, I could pay some of my bills and make some payment arrangements, and then my business will take over and it'll just all be fine and dandy after that. So I quit. So I'm at home doing the things that you probably do. Bouncing from TikTok Live to TikTok Live, watching coaches, watching numerous YouTube videos, trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, content creation, monetization, online business. And I was convincing myself I was being productive. But it wasn't working. I wasn't making any money. And I didn't want to admit to myself that I was the reason why, because I was always drunk. But I would blame the algorithm. I'd say, oh, the algorithm's not pushing me. It's not fair. I don't know why my platform's not growing. I don't know. But it's pissing me off. I'm getting pissed off and frustrated and scared because I'm running out of money and I'm not making any. And I'm getting mad at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I had to make a payment arrangement with the lights. And if I don't pay the bill on the day that we set, they're going to cut the lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start trying to foreclose on a house that I just bought. I was mad. But the reason why things weren't working was because I was always drunk. But I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a drinking problem. Who wants to say that out loud? I didn't want to say, Jazz, you're an alcoholic. Who wants to say that? I felt shame and guilt. I didn't want to face that. So I didn't. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, alcoholics, they drink as soon as they wake up. Even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I wait till noon, I'm not an alcoholic. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But it gets to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you're going to hit a brick wall. And God is going to force you to listen to him. See, I believe God is within you. So he's not at the church. He's not in your best friend. He's in you. So those ideas that you get, that's God talking to you. That intuition, that gut that you feel, that's God talking to you. And see, a lot of times, we don't really want to hear from God. We say we do, but we really don't. Because how many ideas have you had that you didn't even start? How many times have you ignored your gut feeling and found out later you were right? We never want to hear from God. But He gonna make you listen. And I'll never forget, I was sitting in my bed. I thought I was gonna lose my house. Like I was scared. And God was like, Jazz, what are we doing? You have been begging me for a business for years. The opportunity is right here. And you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are we gonna fix it? Are we gonna change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. My business started growing. All because I decided to change. I started to speak nicely to myself. I started telling myself that I'm proud of myself. I started speaking my affirmations and believing it. I started smiling again. I started to have confidence in myself. Never had that before. All because I decided to change. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't always know, is this. Ladies, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to stop pitying myself. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all those things up, ladies, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had asked God to help me make $60,000 a year to replace the job I had. But I even started negotiating with that. I told him, if you can help me make $45K, I'll make something work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked for 5K YouTube subs. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feel better about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then wasn't aligned with who I wanted to become. This version of me, the one you see today, I was always inside. I was just covered up underneath all of the excuses and the procrastination and the fear and the limiting beliefs. I had to change. And see, God won't bless you until you do. He'll let you lose it all until you become obedient. He already has his blessings ready for you. He designed you for them. But the problem is, we all have free will, right? So you can BS all you want. Go ahead, drag it out. He won't budge. So if you want to wait another 5 years to receive your blessings, go for it. Why wait at 5? How about you take it out another 20 years? The choice is always yours. You have free will, but he will not give you the blessings that he's been holding for you until you change. There are things about you that do not align with who you want to become. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. But crying every day because you're not happy is also hard. Wanting more for your life and not even believing that you're worthy of it is hard. Constantly giving up on yourself because you always doubt yourself is hard. I've lived both hearts, and I'll always choose this one because this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. But you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to fix it. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. I'm only interested in helping people who want it. I can't help people who don't. And I'm not going to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then just keep doing what you're doing, respectfully. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep doing it. But if you're not 1000% happy and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. Whatever your vision is, we'll build it. It's all in there. Maybe you want to monetize your YouTube channel and your Instagram and get paid for views and your content alone. It's in there. All of my platforms are monetized. Maybe you want to sell your digital products. You want to make an ebook or an e-course. Maybe you want to do a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Maybe you want to go live and you want to sell on TikTok Shop like how thousands of other creators do, how I do, how GUA members do. Fine, it's all in there. Everything that you need to be successful with your online business is all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm gonna teach you how to build yourself. Inside Glow Up Academy together, we're gonna build your confidence. We're gonna build your self-respect. We're gonna build your follow-through. We're gonna build your boundaries and your standards. You are holding yourself back. You are self-sabotaging, and you repeatedly do it year after year. It is 2026, the beginning of the year that you said you were gonna finally become her. Well, let's do it. Let's let go of the fear. Let's let go of the excuses. Let's let go of the procrastination and the distractions and the things that continue to keep you stuck, because it's stealing your life from you. It is stealing your joy. It is time to fix it. It is time to change. Before I let you in Glow Up Academy, there's a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas. We got to lock into one. I told you guys earlier, a lot of times we struggle with spreading ourselves too thin. And we have our hands in too many baskets and nothing is growing because we're not giving our energy to one thing. We're going to pick one idea that you love the most and build that. And then once that is flourishing, we'll reach back into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. So once we get 10, I take the link down and nobody can join until I'm ready to accept new members. Also, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. I told you guys earlier, I only wanna help people who want it. I am not here to force change upon anybody. I'm not here to drag you or convince you. People who know that they're ready for their next step in life, they move. They move. If you've been here watching this live, that's because I connected with you. You resonated. So move. Just move. One last thing. Once the timer goes off, I'm taking the link down. One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever, okay? Every week, we're doing Sunday resets on Zoom. We're doing live Q&As on Thursday. And Tuesdays is new member orientation. So we are live together multiple times a week. And you get access to that forever, okay? I normally sell lifetime access inside Glow Up Academy for $597, and women pay. 4 people joined last night. The word is getting out. But, because you sat here, you took your notes, you listened, you asked questions, and you promised that you're going to execute, I'm going to take the price down. But once that 10-minute timer goes off, I'm taking it back up to $597. I'm not playing. So if I spoke to you, move. It's 2026. Just move. You can use Afterpay or Klarna and still get the payment discount. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna take the price down to $249. Once you're in forever. I'm gonna show you guys how to join, and then I'm gonna set the timer, okay? TikTok, I'll start with you guys. In order for you to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, so you can come to my profile. Now, TikTok number 1, this is my main TikTok, so my profile does not look like this, but the link is still the same, okay? Glow Up Lounge HQ. It's a pretty sunrise. You're gonna click on this red button that says open. And you're gonna click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. It's already marked down. It is 2:49. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. You're going to enter your name. Quadruple check your email address. Ladies, the email that you put in, that's where everything is going. So please quadruple check that. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you, okay? You're going to click this checkbox that says agree to terms and conditions, and then you'll click this blue button that says start my glow up. Once you click this, within 30 seconds, you should be receiving your first email from Stan. If you do not receive that email within 30 seconds, that's because there was an email spelling mistake, but no worries, we'll fix it right here on live. But before you leave me, I need you to confirm that you received your email, because I won't know that there was an email spelling mistake unless you tell me, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be. All right, so we'll fix it here. That's why I need to know you got your email. Okay? Again, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, click this red button that says open, and then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are just a little bit different. Okay. You are going to leave the live. You're going to come to my YouTube channel and click the link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you'll click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is marked down to 2:49. Once you're in forever. Scroll all the way down. Same thing. Enter your name. Quadruple check your email address. You guys can use Afterpay or Klarna and break that up. And then click Start My Glow Up. Same thing. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that email from Stan. Okay? I am going to go ahead and start the timer now. Okay, the timer is set, and I'm gonna start sending out. So you guys, because we're doing lifetime access, you'll be getting a second email from me. It says Jasmine Spencer. That is me. I'm gonna be sending that to you. I need you to accept that invitation. Once you see it in your email, you should see it as soon as I send it, okay? So I'm doing Amber now. I'm not sure, Amber, I'm not sure which page you're on, but check your email for the email from Jasmine Spencer. All right, Chris, check your email. And RQ, check your email. I need you guys to confirm that you received your email before you get off of here, please, okay? All right, now, once you're inside, as soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy, so just kind of hang tight. But once you're inside, I want you guys to go to the Classroom tab here, right here up at the top. And I want you to click on where it says Start Here, Welcome and Orientation, okay? Now, this is your 7-day orientation. I have a short video with a small homework assignment for you to do every single day for 7 days, working towards your goal. Now, the reason why I set it up like this is because I already know that you're capable of doing all things. I already know that, okay? But I need you to know that. I need you to know that. We have to build your confidence. We do this by repeatedly starting something and finishing. And the more we start and finish, the more we start to believe in ourselves. And that's the same belief we need in ourselves in order to reach our goals, okay? So we're gonna commit to something small to start building that muscle up, all right? So I want you to work through your welcome and orientation. Now, once you finish that, the beauty with Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. Everybody's path is different. If you wanna get right into building your business, you'll go to the Business Building Vault, where I show my screen with you and teach you guys about Canva and chat and how to price your product, how to create it, and how to upload it to your hosting site. I literally share my screen so you will not be confused, okay? I also walk you guys through setting up your LLC, your S Corp or your C Corp, whichever filing you want, and how to build your business credit and file your business taxes, okay? So that's in the Business Building Vault. If you already have a product, but you're struggling with making sales, then I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you through how to build your community, how to get people to click on your link in your bio, and all of the things, okay? The Marketing Vault. Now, maybe you wanna grow your YouTube Vault. If you wanna grow your Instagram Vault, go to the Instagram Vault. Same thing, TikTok vault. Maybe you want to focus on self-care and prioritizing yourself. Maybe you've never done that and you're ready to start that journey. Go to the self-care and femininity vault. All right. Maybe you want to work on your mindset. You have limiting beliefs. You don't have boundaries. You're a people pleaser. There's things internally that you want to fix. Go to the mindset and motivation vault. We're building our standards. We're building our boundaries. We're building ourselves. Okay. If you want to be a faceless creator, go to the faceless vault. If you want to learn how to manifest the proper way, manifestation vault. Maybe you're healing. Maybe you lost somebody close to you, maybe a boyfriend, a friendship breakup, and you're struggling with letting that chapter go. Go to the breakup vault, okay? I walk you guys through how to heal. The same methods I use to heal myself, okay? So whatever you're struggling with, Glow Up Academy is here for you. All right? Please do not leave my live, you guys, until you confirm that you received your email. I'm still waiting on 3 people that got the email. Y'all know how we roll. I don't know why y'all joined and did, because y'all know I like to know you got what you got. Okay, please don't leave me until you confirm that. Please, 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 please. Okay. All right, we got a few more minutes left. Any questions on that? Remember, if you've been here, that's because you're ready, man. Things don't just pop up on your screen for no reason. Absolutely not. Okay. Ooh. I am stronger than this sadness and I will rise above it. I am stronger than this sadness and I will rise above it. Absolutely. That's why I keep telling you guys, dry your eyes, get up. You have a choice. Are we going to sit in bed and cry today? Or are we going to do something to move us closer to healing today? I didn't say it wouldn't be hard, but that does mean you still have a choice. You have a choice. I take action toward my goals every day. I take action towards my goals every day. Absolutely. I take action towards my goals every day. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. What did I say? If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. That's because you can. Why would God plant seeds that you can't harvest? Exactly. Y'all better come on. y'all better get with the program, okay? If you even had the idea, that's because it's yours. TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice, go to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button that says open, and then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy, lifetime access. YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, and then click on the link right here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy, lifetime access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down. It is $2.49 for lifetime access. We have 4 minutes left. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna and break that payment up so you can still get the discount. And then you'll click Start My Glow Up. Give it about 30 seconds or less, and you should see that initial email from Stan, followed by the one from Jasmine Spencer, okay? Absolutely. I'm still waiting on 3 people to confirm. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. I don't know why we do this. I like to know you got your email because I don't know what your email is supposed to be. I have no clue. So how can I know if you don't tell me? And if you didn't get it, that's because there was a spelling mistake. So let's just fix it while we're live, okay? Let's just fix it while we're live. I believe in my infinite potential. I believe in my infinite potential. Ooh, I have survived my anxiety before and I will survive again now. You can do this, ladies. You can do this. If you've been watching, you can do this, okay? Okay, let me check. 1 second. Okay, yes, I see you. 1 second. So you got the original from Stan, right? I'm about to send you the other one now. Okay, check your email for me. Check your email for me. And let me know you got that. Okay. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Yes. What do we say? We are committed to just getting a little bit better every single day. Just doing something different today that we didn't do yesterday that aligns with where we're going. Our goals, our dreams, and things we're trying to accomplish. This also is how we reduce overwhelm too, ladies. Because when you feel overwhelmed, you don't get anything done. And I don't want that for you, okay? I want you to just commit to just something small. It could be as small as you always hit snooze on your alarm. Now when the alarm goes off, you just get up. It could be, I'm gonna make my bed today. It could be, I'm going to go to bed on time. So I'm not just gonna go to bed when I'm sleepy. I'm gonna lay in the bed with the phone down and commit to going to bed at this time so I can get my 8 hours of sleep. You'll be surprised what 8 hours of sleep will do for you. So for those of you who are talking about you ain't got no energy, most of the time it's because you're not sleeping enough. Most of the time it's because you're not eating right. When was the last time you had a vegetable? When was the last time you had a vegetable? When was the last time you had a piece of fruit? When was the last time you got some steps in? When was the last time you drank water? Yes. Y'all better come on. It's 2026. We're not doing the BS. We gonna let go of the soda this year. How about that? I don't drink soda anymore. I used to be a soda junkie. I haven't had soda in about 3 years now. I used to drink soda for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ciao. Ciao. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. Good morning. I am confident in my abilities. This is why we got to build our confidence. This is why. The lack of confidence is the problem. It's not lack of information. It's lack of confidence and belief in self. That's why we keep giving up. Because I think what I want you guys to sit with is you're fearful of meeting the version of you you've never met before. Who are you if you're not full of excuses? You don't know yet because you've never met that version. Who are you if you fully believe in yourself? You don't know yet because you haven't met that version. So that new version of you that you would be stepping into, that's the version that feels a little scary. But that's the version that you need to build your dream life. And the longer you take to step into that version of you, the longer you delay the goals. You're delaying your own blessing. You are delaying it. So we got to fix that. We got to fix that. All right, you guys, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. I'll be talking to y'all in a few seconds. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. That was a choice that you made. I enjoyed you guys. Make sure y'all follow and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday, and I will see you guys later, okay? Bye, TikTok number 2. This is TikTok number 2. Bye. Bye, TikTok number 1. And bye.